Hey everybody, here's my first blog for competition prep number 3 for me. 3, there you go. I don't even know where to start, so I'm going to really quickly rush through the beginning. First contest prep, no expectations. The whole prep was exciting to me. I was a little nervous the first time I posed with my posing coach, Tina Paratino. I was a little starstruck when my would-be coach, Dr. Lane Norton, responded to my first email saying, help, I don't think I could do this on my own. And with just a few weeks left to go, he dialed me down for the rest of my contest prep, and I did fabulously, except I rebounded in the end, and I kept that to myself for a little too long. However, I learned that is such a common part of the journey. Too many young women or first-time competitors do that. So hindsight being what it is, I'm actually glad I went through it, because I think it's prepared me to be a good friend to others, to be an encourager, to know better next time, to make wiser choices throughout my whole contest prep and right after. In those immediate few critical weeks when it's so tempting to just eat everything in sight and think, oh wow, I haven't had cake in a while, I'm going to go eat a cake or two. Anyway, second contest prep, a handful of health issues started to arise. I ignored them. I was looking back in denial about how seriously I should take those things, how important it was to put my health first. Anyway, that contest prep did not go as well. I had a very difficult time getting as lean. It felt as if I couldn't do enough HIIT intervals, drop my carbs low enough to get the last of the weight down. If I look back at the pictures for them, I feel beautiful, but not stage ready. I don't ever feel like I got gypped or anything like that. One judge who I happen to know said, oh wow, if only you had 3 more weeks. And I didn't. There was no more time. There were no more shows that year. Hung up my hat, went on, and as the weeks and months followed, my menstrual cycles became unbearably difficult. My energy levels plummeted. My voice was just gone virtually. By mid-afternoon to late afternoon, I had virtually no voice to talk anymore. Look, I remember my mom trying to call me in the late fall and feeling bad because I just couldn't talk on the phone. I had no voice to project. Anyway, praise God, I did have a hysterectomy, so no more 14, 15, 17-day cycles, no more anemia, no more weakness. For you ladies who may have serious issues with this, please don't ignore it. I did for too long. It led to a very scary incident where I'd fallen asleep at the wheel after a great night of sleep. And for me, it was just a mild fender bender, but a huge wake-up call saying it's time to do something about this fatigue. Got that taken care of, was told I really should have a hysterectomy sooner than later, because each cycle was becoming worse than the previous. Decided while I'm at it, let's go ahead and look at the rest of my health. What's going on with my voice? It had been hoarse for so long, I didn't remember it not being hoarse. However, pain in my throat was a new thing. I went to see my ENT doctor. I had a very large cyst the size of a fingernail. So I don't know if any of you know how large your vocal cord is. It's very small. So that's a large cyst. It overlapped the other vocal cord, which put me in pretty high risk for vocal cord injury, which there's not a lot of coming back from that. That doctor wanted to do that surgery as soon as possible. Had I not needed to have the hysterectomy, he would have done it immediately, but he wanted me to recover from that first. So August 29th was my hysterectomy. Approximately 5 weeks later was my vocal cord surgery. And about 2 weeks later, I was full in training here at North Frederick Sport and Health, my new job. It started lightly before the vocal cord surgery, but at the vocal cord surgery time, once I was there, I picked up. So I started over a brand new personal training job. Starting over again was rough. It was, I believe, my third time starting over, and I think my final. I think this is where I'm staying. Love it here. Wouldn't change it. That's a side note. Anyway, as I recovered, got my body back. I found that I really wanted to get on stage again. I wanted to beat my personal best. I wanted to be stronger. I wanted to overcome some of those obstacles I'd come in, and I felt I needed to do something for myself. My husband rallied behind me. Actually, I think he may have been more excited for me to get this journey started than I was. And here we have it. So now I'm looking back. It's been a hard journey. Every contest prep, I think, is for everyone in its own unique way. My weight loss has not calmed down as quickly as I thought it would. However, it's been consistent this time, where before it was very inconsistent. My energy levels are still pretty high. I've had some personal things to go through with attending a trial of my friend whose husband was murdered. It was very difficult to diet and work out quite the way I normally would at that time, but your friends and loved ones need to come first at times like that. Wouldn't have changed a thing. I was right where I needed to be. Few little struggles with health issues, a stomach virus, 7 people in one home, all 5 children, myself and my husband got a stomach virus within a span of about 3 to 4 days, and it was a long lasting. This was not a 24-hour bug. Nasty colds that hit, big snowstorms that hit, a little rotator cuff tendonitis, something I've never experienced. Thank goodness it's just that and no tears, which require surgery. But I'm not quitting. I feel that over the next 11 weeks, I've got a lot of overcoming left to do, got a lot to learn about myself, and there's a lot of quitting that will not be happening. A lot of temptation. The edible temptations kind of come and go, but I've been overcoming them. It feels wonderful to be sitting next to a kid eating pizza and not want to steal a piece of the pepperoni. It feels like just a little bit of control of self. It feels wonderful to find a new recipe that is both healthy, that fits my macros, that tastes yummy, experimenting with new vegetables, with new everything. I would tell anyone, if you've never competed, don't quit on yourself. If you quit, let it be because it was the right thing to do, not because it was hard. I have met many wonderful people who said, you know what, this is taking too much from my family right now, or I'm going through something that I really just can't get past. I need to do this first. That's different. But if the quitting is because it's hard, because it's scary, plug through it. You've got a lot to learn about your own inner strength. That's what I found. I'm stronger than I ever thought I could be. And frankly, I think it's a blessing to my children, to my husband, who frequently says he likes to see me doing this, to see us do something for ourselves that has very little to do with fitting in a small size pair of jeans, but has everything to do with believing in yourself, with pushing yourself hard, with living healthy. Some people contest prep and they virtually starve themselves, hours upon hours of cardio weekly, dehydration, ridiculous methods that I frankly think are dangerous. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about those of us who are having measured success, nothing extreme, but everything's a little hard. So the only thing I'm going to do is lift extremely heavy or move extremely fast, for me anyway. Anyway, guys, don't wish me luck. Wish me hard work and success. Feel blessed to have known so many of you. I've gotten quite a few emails over the past couple of years saying, when are you getting on stage again? Well, my prayer and my hope is June 22nd, right here in Frederick, Maryland at, I believe it's going to be called the Frederick Classic. First show in Frederick that I know of, all natural. Anyway, let's get it. It's time to outwork T. Norton style. Thanks, everybody.